Welcome, crypto fam, to the number one daily Bitcoin pod. Bitcoin having a hell of a pump. We captured 66,000 today, which is a beautiful thing. I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis. And Max Kaiser shares an urgent warning. Now that 1/3 of Bhutan's GDP is in Bitcoin, I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be discussing leveraged Microstrategy ETFs break $400 million as hot sauce arms race heats up. That's right. Also, Trump crypto venture, WLFI, a potential pump and dump disaster. I'll be discussing this as well as the latest with OpenAI's move for profit. Is it indeed illegal? I'll be sharing some of the feedback from Elon and some others in the industry. And speaking of legal issues, Swan Bitcoin sues ex-staff over rain and hellfire plan to steal the mining biz. Very interesting here. We're also going to be discussing Bitcoin to 300,000 per coin, according to this top analyst delivering epic Bitcoin price prediction. I'll be breaking it down for you. We'll also be discussing the latest and greatest of what's happening in the market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. We got a 5 p.m. special for you here today. Hopefully everyone here survived the storm. It was pretty wild. I saw some of the flooding, you know what I mean, from Tallahassee, obviously, where Helene touched ground, to frickin' the Carolinas and everything in between. What a disaster. Insane. Shout out Judson, shout out Diana, shout out Crypto Surge, shout out Terrell, shout out DNA, The Oracle, Chandy, the one and only number one Bitcoin music channel, hands down, Chandy 10 Music. Be sure to subscribe over there. But anyways, family, we did recapture 66 today. 66.5, this is a new local high. We haven't seen price action like this in quite a hot minute. I'm streaming right now on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Make some noise. I'm going to start reposting everyone and anyone who reposts the live stream. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating it. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Welcome, crypto fam. We're live and in the flesh. A late evening stream. Yeah, I think this is the latest I've ever done the live show, but nonetheless, I'm here. Welcome, everyone. Good to have y'all on board. First and foremost, shout out to anyone and everybody who reposted the stream, including Boss33, Chandy 10 Music. The best Bitcoin news pod is live now. Thank you, Chandy. Always appreciate it. Shout out Darth Melda. We just reposted. She put bada boom, bada bing. Steven, Crypto Surge. Appreciate the repost, broski. Just reposted. Yeah, and for those that don't know, I stream each and every day on 3 platforms live. We're on X, we're on Rumble, we're on YouTube. And the majority of our viewers nowadays is coming from X. So you're going to notice the X stream pinned at the very top of the profile. If you guys can heart it and repost it, if you do a repost with a quote, or if you comment the stream, I will repost it during the live stream. I'll shout you out and I'll follow you back, making it a no-brainer. Thank you, DNA Noonan. He put, "This dude is the Bitcoin shiznit." Appreciate it, brother. I just reposted both of your posts. Thank you. And thanks to anyone in advance as well for the repost. But yeah, we got a lot to cover. It's getting dark already. You know what I mean? 6 p.m. It's kind of dark here in Puerto Rico. So let's dive right in. If you're new to the stream, very important to smash the likes. Go ahead and subscribe. It's free to do so. Then hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year, just like this. Welcome, everyone. Today is pod episode 1770. That's right, 1770. And I'm your host, JV. It's September 27, 2024. Just a few days left before we get out of this September month and enter October. That's when things are going to get very exciting in the markets. In my opinion, Q4 is going to be lit. But anyways, fam, let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. You can see the entire market pumping minus XRP. Womp womp. Bitcoin trading at roughly 65.9. Ether in the green up 2%. Solana up 2%. AVAX up 5%. Overall, looking pretty lit. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at a sexy $2.32 trillion. And the Bitcoin market cap is currently at $1.3 trillion. Nice. We're making some progress. And we have 82 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance is at 56.2%, with the Ether dominance 14% even. How high do you think that Bitcoin dom will climb for the cycle? Let me know. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours, we got Not up 22%, Bonk up 18%, and Pepe. We got meme coined City here, up 15%. Below that, Floki and Wormhole. Let me know which alts, if any, are you bullish on for the bull? Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective on the daily. Safe to say, yeah, 95% of the market in the green and pumping. You got to respect the pump. Zooming out on the monthly, even sexier. I'd say maybe 96% of the market pumping it in the green, and very substantial gainers overall. Some of these alts are up over 100%. Pretty lit. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, today we're rated greed. Finally, we haven't been in greed in a hot minute. It's 61. Yesterday was neutral with a 50. Last week was neutral, and last month a 30 in fear. And checking out the time chain calendar, we're currently on block 863,127. We have 186,873 blocks yet to go until the next halving, which will take place April of 2028. And you can currently exchange $1. You know that Monopoly Tulip Bowl money for 1,517 sats. That's pristine, perfect money. I'd take the perfect sats over the imperfect dollars any day of the week. But there you go, yo. And again, welcome everyone just joining the stream. I'm going to be pulling up some live TA. We're going to be pulling up the live charts, all that fun stuff, all the latest headlines, articles, and what's popping in the market. I got you. I see we got 230 people already on the stream. So thank you guys very much. We appreciate all the support we can get. We have our one and only Oracle, JC Ice. Make sure to follow her over on X. She just put, we're live. Get in, you bunch of degens. That's a JBZ original right there. Shout out Satwise Jenks, a few minutes late, and the live chart's already lit. Shout out to the mods, Huddle Gang, and everyone. Get facts straight from JV. Appreciate that, Satwise. Just reposted ya. Four put, as long as we can fight the ungodly amount of market manipulation, Bitcoin will hit 1 million. Get your share of the pie. Amen. Well said there, brother. Appreciate all the shares, all the likes, all that good stuff. Stack sats accordingly. That is correct, Judson. You can get over 1,500 Satoshis per dollar. We won't be able to say that for much longer. You know, it's going to get less and less sats per dollar as the dollar continues to dwindle in purchasing power. Yeah, I mean, easily the best crypto show with a great fam. Much appreciate that, Ricky. Respect. Shout out Moonstone repping, I believe, Santa Barbara. Correct me if I'm wrong. Shout out Moon Jumper. I dig it. Let's go Q4. We're only a few days away. Just a few days. Next week we'll be in October. About 5 billion in Bitcoin futures settled today. Another 89,000 Bitcoin hit Binance futures desk 3 days ago. China infusion, Fed and the other central banks lowered the M2 global liquidity, growing. Come to your own conclusion. Well said. But anyways, let's just get right into it. Here's the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies. Headline reads, Bitcoin at a pivotal juncture. 60,000 is not yet out of the picture, according to some analysts. That's right. Bitcoin's at a critical crossroads. How many of you remember Bone Thugs? See you at the crossroads so you won't be lonely. Great track, by the way. Anyways, according to analysts, while some of the traders optimistic about an imminent surge of the Bitcoin price passing 66, which we already did this morning, others are not ruling out a retrace back to 60 Gs. Let me know what line in the sand you're in. The speculation comes after Bitcoin surpassed 66 now this morning, and it passed 65 on September 26th for the first time since August 2nd. Kraken analyst opined in an analyst note viewed by Cointelegraph sharing, the recent price action has been relatively tight, reflecting market indecision, as evidenced by the series of the small range doji candlesticks forming on the daily chart. The analyst explained that a daily close above 65 would likely confirm bullish momentum and open the path to higher levels. We're probably just a couple of hours away from closing time, family, so it looks like we're going to get it. Meanwhile, amid the current price rise above 66,000, Bitcoin's open interest on uptick of approximately 3.5% over the past 7 days since September 20th at 35 billion at this time. However, Kraken analysts caution if Bitcoin fails to decisively break above 65, it can trigger a retracement, with 60,000 being the first significant support level at risk. I'm so sick of 60,000. We've been stuck at 60,000, it feels like, for eternity. But anyways, they argue that Bitcoin's at a pivotal juncture and traders should closely monitor the price action around these key levels for confirmation on the next directional move. Analyst Matthew Hyland shared, this is the first time that this trend, this downtrend that we have been in for so long, is starting to change. About time. Now, echoing similar sentiment, we have Rec Capital. He said Bitcoin's on the cusp of transitioning into the next stage of the Bitcoin market cycle, that stage being called the parabolic upside phase. Let's go. It's that time. I agree 100%, especially Q4 right around the corner. And Cointelegraph reported the total aggregate inflows for the 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs in the US hit 365 million yesterday, September 26th. The bumper ETF inflows were the largest since July 22nd, when there were inflows of 486 million. It also marked the 6th consecutive trading day of inflows for institutional investors. Can you say FOMO like a mofo, institutional style? Let's go. And in other news, before I pull up some of the live charts, 1/3 of Bhutan's GDP is in Bitcoin, and Max Kaiser gives a warning, and El Salvador got to step up their game. And what's ironic is, I mean, Bhutan, their GDP is like minuscule in comparison to any of the major countries, yet they're already the 4th largest Bitcoin holder as far as nations are concerned. So that's pretty wild. I mean, the headline here, 1/3 of Bhutan's GDP is already in Bitcoin. So they could go from one of the poorest countries to one of the richest because they're making the right moves. So shout out the Kingdom of Bhutan. I'm a fan. That's pretty lit. But checking out some of the live charts we'll pull up here for you guys. We'll start with the 1 hour and then we'll work our way back. This is actually the weekly, so let me zoom in and then we'll zoom out. Here we go. Let's check out the 1 hour chart. Again, live and in the flesh, live price action brought to you via TradingView via Coinbase. 1 hour chart looking lit like a mofo. Let me clean it up. There you go. You can see Bitcoin currently trading at roughly 65.8. We do have some bullish momentum in the charts. We do have a target, which you can see in the orange, at 66,969, practically $67,000. So 67 in play. We already got very close up there. So I believe the high right now, let's actually check that out. The high for the day is 66.4. So roughly 600 away from that target of 67,000. There's no bottom targets here. So let's check out. Blowing on my mouse, sometimes a Nipsey hair will mess up the sensor and the mouse will stop working. So if you're wondering why I'm blowing on it, now you know. Reminds me of the good old days blowing on the NES Nintendo cartridges to get the game to work. But anyways, here's the 4 hour chart. We do have some targets here as well. 4 hour chart looking lit. You can see the ascension on the bullish pennant. I love to see it. We do have an $81,300 bullish target. This is on the 4 hour chart. We're going to work our way out. Let's check out the daily chart. Here again, live and in the flesh, you can see we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So out of the most recent 11 daily candle closes, 9 of them were bullish and in the green. 9 out of 11. And we haven't even entered October yet, family, so you already know. But we do have a target sitting on the downside at 47.7 you need to be aware of. This is on the daily chart. We'll zoom out to the weekly, which has that sexy cup and handle pattern with a $124,412 target. I believe this to be in play for Q4. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And on the weekly, you'll notice we had 1, 2, 3 green weekly closes in the green, Godzilla style. Let's go. And zooming out on the monthly, we'll get a broader look. You can see we've been trading sideways past 6 months, but prior to that, we had a bullish run up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive months, and I think we're likely to continue where we left off there this October, right around the corner. But you let me know your thoughts, family, and yeah, I'll read your comments out loud. Welcome everyone joining the stream. JV live and in the flesh. Keep your TA. Here's a few fundamentals. Greg says sovereign wealth funds, autonomous, decentralized, immutable, irrefutable, 10-minute blockchain supply, limited, globally accepted, transacted, immune to inflation, etc. Well said there, Greg. I also agree that some of these fundamentals absolutely outweigh the TA, but nonetheless, the TA is the TA. Have a good day. 225,000 by the end of the year projects our one and only Oracle. I'd love to see that. That'd be a fantastic price action that would set the stage for 500,000 next year. Bring it. Me love me some of the banana zone. You gotta love the Banana Republic of the United States of America, eh? Bitcoin supernova is on the way. Send it, Chandy. I think it's that time. I think you're on the one that started the trend. Data. Nice October, November, and Santa rally. I'm so ready for that Santa rally. You can feel it in my voice. I remember my first year in Bitcoin was 2017. We had a hell of a Santa rally. Bitcoin almost hit 20,000. Pretty wild. And so that's a Christmas I'll never forget. And hopefully we can have another Christmas I'll never forget this year. You feel me? 2024. Bring it. Recognizing the year of the dragon. That's right. It is year of the dragon. It's the green dragon. It's a good omen in Chinese astrology. Obviously, jade is represented by green most commonly as well. 70G song, I Got Your Back, produced by the one and only Chandy. Shout out Abu Akar. I appreciate you subbing.
Bitcoin is no maybe, baby. Bitcoin is no maybe, baby. 70 G's to the moon.
Lunar landing.
See you there soon. They net like us. We got trust. 70 G's. 2024. Let the Bitcoin rain pour.
Yeah. I love it. 70 G's, baby. Free Ross while we're at it. Shout out Chandy. Make sure to subscribe to her channel. Shout out Boss33. Crypto News Alerts now live. Don't miss the best show in crypto. Much appreciated, yo. Shout out LT. Ready for the AI. The best alpha in the stage. Thank you, LT. Just reposted. And I'm just glad to be here. My schedule was very busy today, so I didn't know if I would be able to be here. So that's why it's a late stream. But nonetheless, I'm here live and in the flesh. We have 450 people here. So shout out to the X fam, Rumble fam, and YouTube fam as we're streaming all over the world. Diddy and SBF sharing a cell. Ain't that some ish? Yeah, I mean, we ain't freeing Diddy. I hope not. Hopefully he don't get pardoned. But nonetheless, let's continue with the news. Here's the latest with the Microstrategy ETFs. Headline reads, leveraged Microstrategy ETFs break 400 million as the hot sauce arms race heats up. That's right. Leveraged MicroStrategy ETFs broke 400 million in net assets this week as retail investors continue to pour into the ultra-volatile Bitcoin plays, according to Bloomberg Intelligence. That's right. Asset manager D Finance ETFs launched the first leveraged MSTR ETF back in August. Competitors Rex Shares and Total Capital Management in September with an even more leverage offering, setting off what Bloomberg ETF Balchunas has dubbed the hot sauce arms race. Originally a business intelligence firm, MicroStrategy transformed into a de facto crypto hedge fund in 2020 when Saylor started using the company's balance sheet to stack the biddy. You already know, yo. And on August 1st, MicroStrategy adopted a new lodestar for corporate performance, Bitcoin yield, a measure of Bitcoin per share. It aims to use its balance sheet to cheaply finance more Bitcoin buys, benefiting MSTR shareholders. On September 16th, Microstrategy announced plans to issue $700 million in debt, partly to buy more biddies. It could also start lending out a portion of its Bitcoin holdings to generate yield. Mark Palmer, the benchmark equity analyst, shared. And on August 15th, DFinance ETFs launched the DFinance Daily Target 1.75x long MSTR ETF. It seeks to provide 175% long daily targeted exposure to MSTR performance. On September 18th, asset managers Rex Shares and Total Capital manage jointly. They launched 2 ETFs designed to add even more leverage to the MSTR performance. The ETFs T-Rex has a 2x long MSTR daily target ETF and T-Rex 2x inverse MSTR daily target ETF, aiming for 2 times leverage long the short exposure to MSTR. And my question for y'all, how many of you have any exposure to MicroStrategy stock? Do let me know. And as this chart shows you the Bitcoin yield is the percentage change period to period of the ratio between the Bitcoin holdings and the assumed diluted shares outstanding. And 2024 year to date, it has been 12.2%. Now, the clocked inflows of more than 70 million in the first week of trading, Balchunas said in the September 27 post on X, I didn't think there was room for both yet, especially so quickly. It shows just how much need for speed there is out there. What a country, he said. Leverage ETFs add additional risk to MSTR and tend to underperform due to the cost of daily rebalances to maintain a leverage target, and they're also typically holding financial derivatives rather than the underlying stock. So there you go, yo. What are your thoughts on leverage MicroStrategy stocks? Holla at your boy. I read your comments out loud. MSTX has given me a nice return, says Guido. Well, happy to hear you got some good returns. Personally, don't mind it. Jen, it's sort of exciting, but cleaning up is bad. Are you referring to this leveraged stocks here, family? Was in the storm natural or engineered? I'm absolutely going with engineered. On the uncensored version of the pod later, I can express in greater detail why I come to that conclusion. MSTR leverage, she's try their MSTR offering 1.75x. If Bitcoin takes off, MSTR will 3x. MSTX will 7x. Do your own math. Chainsaws tomorrow. Ooh. Chainsaws. I respect the stock and hope it works out well for everybody, but honestly, I hope Saylor slows down in the coming months and lets his balance catch up to the leverage. The combination made Sammy G's funds bleed on a Friday. Damn it. MSTU, and here comes the rain in Puerto Rico, yo. MSTU is up like 12% today. Appreciate it. Thanks for sharing there, Steve. Engineered most definitely, according to our one and only Oracle. Can't argue with you there. And again, I'll express some of my logic later on in the stream if you care to hear it on why that is. Obviously, we're on YouTube, so I got to be very careful about what I say. There's no such thing as free speech when you have 70,000 subscribers, if you know what I'm saying. Subscribe to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Thanks for the reminder, Streamlabs. Always much appreciated. That does help out a lot. And of course, we do have a Discord, can be found at discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. And again, shout out anyone reposting or commenting the stream, such as Diana Jones. I just reposted ya. She wrote best Bitcoin news on the tube. Thank you, Diana. Much respect. But let's continue with the news before it gets dark. Limited light out there today here with streaming so late. But nonetheless, let's discuss the latest with the Trump coin. Then we'll discuss the latest with OpenAI. And then the latest with the Swan law. A lot of lawsuits. And then we'll discuss some bullishness. $300,000 Bitcoin price target. Let's go. Headline here reads, Trump crypto venture WLFI. I don't know if that's an L or an I. I'm assuming I. WLFI. A potential pump and dump disaster? Well, let's discuss it. And I don't read the articles before I actually break them down. So this is all new to me, as it is probably to you as well. And that's the beauty of my stream when I read the articles, family. So anyways, former U.S. Pres Trump could be playing a risky game by backing a new decentralized finance project. Trump has put his personal brand in a number of eccentric products, from gold sneakers to Bibles, silver coins, and most recent watches. The former president and business mogul is reportedly busy launching the DeFi protocol World Liberty Financial, and its token. Still, this foray has been met with skepticism and doubt from within the crypto industry, as it could harm Trump's candidacy, as well as the crypto industry's already less than stellar reputation. Ask Gensler. The fact that a presidential candidate is diving into the DeFi sector does not impress Mark Cuban. But who cares what Mark Cuban has to think, right? He wants to become the next chairman of the SEC, for Christ's sake. And American businessman and open supporter of Vice President Harris. Not surprised. Cuban shared that despite being a fan of DeFi, he doesn't find anything innovative or valuable about adding another DeFi offering to the sector. The famous investor says this is just one more of Trump's marketing schemes. Now, clearly, he doesn't like Trump, hasn't for a very long time, and that's very public as well. The man is offering silver coins, NFTs, sneakers, and now DeFi. The only thing I see is desperation, according to Cuban. Others are more optimistic. David Nickzad, co-founder of DeFi.Gold, he shared that Trump's crypto venture into the NFTs and DeFi is positive news for the sector, as it'll bring significant attention to the crypto space. Quoting him here, Trump's bold tactics have been about breaking the mold, and in this case, they could help legitimize DeFi by drawing new users and attention. Nickzad says Trump's strong branding ability to engage big audiences could help the mainstream these techs. He pointed out that while the marketing approach may raise some eyebrows, it is not unusual in the crypto sector or the U.S. political landscape. One more fear amongst Trump's supporting crypto community is that this project could harm Trump's candidacy. Nick Carter, co-founder of blockchain investment firm Castle Island Ventures, called for a collective petition to stop the possible launch of WLFI. Carter openly supports Trump and fears the potential bad outcome in the election if the project goes ahead. He says, at best, it is an unnecessary distraction and at worst, a huge embarrassment and source of legal trouble, as he outlined here on X. Obviously not a fan. Carter highlights a potential legal threat to Trump if the project launches before the elections. Since Gensler took over the SEC, the regulatory agency has followed a regulatory by enforcement approach affecting many key companies, including Coinbase, Kraken, safe to say every major exchange in the world. Anthony Scaramucci, also someone not so fond of Trump, founder and manager of investment firm Skybridge and former Trump White House director of communications for 10 days. He shared that WLFI would only bring negative attention to his campaign, though probably not enough to affect the election outcome. Scaramucci said the launch of WLFI would represent a breach of norms, as it would be the first time a presidential candidate has launched a token or a business weeks before the election day. Quoting him here, World Liberty Financial is a scammy grift that threatens to undermine the legislative efforts of the legitimate side of the digital finance industry. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Scaramucci. Here's a video of Trump actually announcing World Liberty Financial, which we did cover on the pod when that went live as well. I'm not going to get any deeper into this because it's a very, very in-depth article, but nonetheless, give me your 2 Satoshis. Let me know if you think it's a huge mistake for Trump to be involved with this DeFi protocol or not. Judson says, fear not. FMC, says Darth Melda. What does that stand for, FMC? It's about providing Bitcoin-backed loans and others with low percentage and no middleman. Well, that's definitely a product the crypto space needs. How about Mark Zuckerberg saying he was wrong about Trump? Did he actually say that? Think he will be buying Trump's token? I don't know there, Don George. Scaramucci does the fandango. Precisely. Trump needs just back Bitcoin and exactly my thinking, fear lay. That's my thinking. And then go spend his time making his concepts of plans into real plans for the presidency. Exactly my sentiment. I agree with that. I think, I don't think any outcome is going to make Trump look good involving himself in this particular project with their own coins. Most of them don't end well, and especially when they're celebrity endorsed, they never end well. So even if it went well, let's hypothetically say for 3 years, and then in the 4th year it collapses like everything else, or gets attacked by the SEC and collapses, but collapses some way, somehow, investors lose money, all the fingers point to Trump, 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 crypto, bad, bad, bad. And it plays right into Gary Gensler's agenda and Senator Warren and the rest of the Biden administration who are anti-crypto, choke point 3.0, 2.0, 4.0, whatever we're calling it nowadays. I'm sure his lawyers were all over it. Yeah, I don't understand it because My understanding, he's worth $6 billion. So why attach? Like, even I wouldn't attach. I'm not worth billions of dollars, but I wouldn't attach my name to anything either if it's not Bitcoin. So I don't understand the logic. Like, is his family that desperate? They need to be involved in a big play. I don't buy into they just want to help crypto folks get loans. Sorry, I don't buy into that theory. There's a lot of liability that comes with attaching your name to anything, especially as a former president. So you got to consider those factors. You know what I mean? I don't know what FMC is. I just copy Serge because he says it a lot. Well, shout out Crypto Serge. Yeah, I didn't know what that stood for. F the market cap? I don't know. I'm sure his lawyer, yeah, we don't know. I don't think he needs politics to get involved with Bitcoin. All the point of being Bitcoin. Yeah, well, Bitcoin doesn't need politicians. Bitcoin doesn't need Wall Street. But these Wall Street mofos and politicians really need Bitcoin. Their, you know what I mean, election counts on it. He was canceled. His family was canceled and debanked. So now making an alternative to trade banking or trad media. I am dedicated JV, sitting in my car to keep my phone charged so I can watch the stream. Love my fam. Appreciate that, Oracle, and thank you for always being there. You're amazing. But anyways, let's continue because there's a lot to cover in limited light with the late stream here. So let's continue. Next story of the day, we discussed the latest with Trump. Now let's discuss the latest with OpenAI and the controversy surrounding this. Here we go. Headline reads, OpenAI's move for profit, is it indeed illegal? Well, let's break down the controversy. September 25th, Reuters reported ChatGPT developer OpenAI is working on a plan to restructure its core business from no profit to for profit. Interesting. The move received controversial, and I never trust them to begin with. Yeah, I mean, WorldCoin, you know, that guy, Sam Altman, again, last name, Bankman, Altman. I don't trust these mofos. And the scanning of the iris, you know, working with the government, most likely not a good look, but I'm just pointing out the obvious. I'm preaching to the choir here. The move received controversial feedback from the community, with billionaire entrepreneur Musk questioning the legality of such a business transformation. As you know, they don't like each other. They're competitors in the AI space. Musk took to a September 26th post on X to argue that one just can't convert a nonprofit into a profit. For profit. I know, because that means everyone must have been misled that gave them money to begin with. It's supposed to be nonprofit. Adding that such a conversion is illegal. However, that's not the case according to several sources. And here was Elon's post. You can't just convert a nonprofit into a for-profit. That's illegal. Someone chimed in, Amit. So let me get this straight. OpenAI decides to become a for-profit company now. The CTO had a research and it breaks it down. Then there's, you know, context, but let's just get into the law according to California. California laws allow a nonprofit to convert to a for-profit stock corporation, but not an LLC. OpenAI was founded as a nonprofit December of 2015 in San Fran by a big group of tech luminaries, including Sam Altman, ex-owner Musk. Wow, so Musk was actually a partner. And Ilya Sutskever. What an interesting name. And Greg Brockman, Trevor Blackwell, and many others. And under California law, California nonprofit corps cannot change the entity type from a nonprofit corp to a limited liability company known as an LLC, according to the official website of the California Franchise Tax Board. And you can see the list of co-founders. So interesting. Sam and Elon were working alongside each other. Very interesting. However, nonprofit corps can amend for restate of their incorporation articles to become for-profit stock corporation. Once the nonprofit corporation becomes a stock corporation, the corporation can follow the procedures outlined in the Corporation Code Section 1150 through 1160 to convert into an LLC. A bunch of technical jargon, but ultimately it's possible. And according to the attorneys, Jeremy Hogan, OpenAI's potential transformation into a for-profit corp is not impossible, but it will likely not be easy. And quoting him here, actually it's possible, just pain in the butt. Although I guess then anything is possible. And also Elon put Sam Altman is little finger, whatever that means. I don't even know. And then Jeremy wrote, actually it's possible, just a pain in the butt. So yeah, OpenAI ChatGPT gives a similar response regarding its developers' potential restructuring. It said, converting a nonprofit organization to a for-profit entity is not inherently illegal, according to the chatbot, adding it involves a complex process that must comply with various legal and regulatory requirements, including tax implications, shareholder approval, and others. Now, what is known about OpenAI potential conversion to a for-profit? I don't even think you guys really care, but quoting them here. As we discussed a for-profit structure in order to further the mission, Elon wanted us to merge with Tesla, where he wanted full control. Elon left OpenAI, saying there needed to be relevant competitor to Google DeepMind that he was going to do himself. So again, a lot of back controversy going back with Sam Altman and Elon. And according to the online reports, OpenAI's board is currently considering the decision that would change OpenAI into a public benefit corporation. The company is said to already have a for-profit division where most of its employees work and a nonprofit board of directors that controls it. Now check this out. As part of the transition, OpenAI CEO Altman would receive equity for the first time in the for-profit company, estimated to be worth $150 billion, making him one of the richest people in the world. Now I understand why Elon's even more jealous. Musk sued OpenAI and Altman back in February of this year, claiming the ChatGPT creator deviated from its original mission to develop its large language models for the benefit of humanity, not profit. And after dropping the lawsuit in June, Musk renewed the complaint in August. Wow, just recently. Once again accusing the firm of violating its promises to operate as a nonprofit. His conclusion here: with such a large market cap, it is quite probable OpenAI will engage in a future IPO, so that the structure will undoubtedly also contemplate future securities disclosures and filings. So at the end of the day, it seems everyone got scammed. I mean, all the initial supporters and people that backed the project as a nonprofit, it doesn't sit right with me, but nothing regarding Sam Altman has ever sat right with me. So let me know your thoughts, family. I read your comments out loud. What up? Shout out to the Bitcoin block. Shout out to Judson. What's good? Mandatory curfew tonight? No. Where you live, is that due to the flooding? Are they a good thing to use to up my Bitcoin count? What are you referring to there, DNA? I see a day where you can make money just guiding AI for a company or operating a robot, several or hundreds, just like you can make money flying a drone, but on a bigger scale. Right on. My power got knocked out. Ooh, that's not fun. Even my mom's power in the Tampa area got knocked out. I think over 1 million Floridians lost power, but they got right back on it. I've been donating to a nonprofit all this time, and I've paid for ChatGPT's best version. Then who is the group being helped with my charitable donation? That's the point. The charity is Sam Altman's $4 million new vehicle. Hate to say it, but I won't say it. I don't want a lawsuit. ChatGPT owes me one of those receipts for taxes from donations. I want my charity deduction. AI trading bots, eh? They were overwhelmed with rescues. That's why they don't want people going through 2-foot water to go to Taco Bell. Good point. Seed Greg. Seeds. You can make money flying a drone. I'm cooking open flames tonight and tomorrow, Melda. Not a thing. Welcome, Anonymous. Welcome to the rest of y'all joining us. I see we got over 200 people on the tube, 700 people on the stream. We're also live on X. We're live on Rumble, YouTube, and X. Shout out to anyone and everyone reposting the stream with quotes and comments. Always greatly appreciated. Thank you, Marcus Roth. He put, there is no second best. Good point.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset,
it's going up forever, Melda. Forever. I'm going to plug in my phone because it's about to die. 1 second. Cool. All right. Let's continue where we left off. Welcome everyone on the stream. We already tapped in the 66 range, currently maintaining above 65.8. I think we're going to get a daily close above 65. That's very bullish to continue the bullish momentum. So you already know. Shout out anyone and everyone smashing the like button. You know what I mean? Subscribe to the channel for Nip. He needs your support. He's feeling left out lately. He had a conversation with me last night. He needs more subscribers. We've been stuck at like 72 subs for 72,000 subs for like 20 years, and it's getting to him. Forever, JV. Thank you, Melda. Good luck getting out of the river. The slippery rocks. Yeah. Flying drones commercially, yo. But anyways, next story of the day, let's discuss the latest with the Swan lawsuit, which hit me by surprise. I didn't know they were going through this legal issue as well. And again, I'm going to read it first with you guys. So it's like a live reacts to the articles I read. If you haven't figured that out, I never prep. I mean, I choose the articles I'm going to read from the headlines, but I never actually read the articles. So I don't have any idea what this is all about until I dive into it with you guys. Then we'll dive into the $300,000 prediction from analysts, and then we'll do a little live Q&A, family. Welcome everyone just joining the stream. Headline reads, Swan Bitcoin sues ex-staff over rain and hellfire? Plan to steal the mining biz? I didn't even realize they had a mining biz, so this is all news to me. Bitcoin financial services firm Swan Bitcoin. I thought it was just a place to buy Bitcoin. I didn't realize they were mining it. They filed a lawsuit against several former employees from its mining arm, alleging they stole the firm's software code. Ouch. Resigned and then used that code to kickstart their own mining business. Damn. The ex-staff supposedly founded counterfeit competitor firm Proton Management and convinced one of Swan's funding partners, stablecoin issuer Tether, to cut ties with Swan and work with them instead? Damn. That's pretty dirty, if that's true. This was intended to irreparably harm Swan's ability to compete in the market. According to Swan's attorney, alleged on September 25th, court filing 2 days ago, quoting him here, they hatched a plan to steal Swan's mining business from the inside. Usurp Swan's role, or usurp, I don't know how to pronounce that, and cut Swan out from the Tether joint venture. They dubbed it Rain and Hellfire. Can't make this shit up, family. They were stealing the crown jewels from Swan's Bitcoin mining business. Here's what Corey Clipston wrote. 132% year over year. Swan Financial Services revenue is up big. Been an awesome last 12 months of product launches. Swan IRA, Swan Vault. Excited for more geo and product launches soon. Mining has always been separate and segregated. Recent news does not affect our core businesses. And that's a post he did today, September 27th, 10:30 a.m. Swan's former head of business development, Michael Holmes, is Proton's ringleader, while Raphael Zachary, Swan's former chief investment officer and mining head, serves as Proton's CEO, according to the filing. Be careful who you do business with, and be careful of your employees. This is pretty wild. And again, all allegations at this point, because they're going through the whole thing. Swan alleged that they were largely responsible for executing the Rain and Hellfire plan. What a name of a plan, which involves stealing Swan's confidential and proprietary business info and trade secrets necessary to operate a Bitcoin mining business. Swan said it was blindsided by a spree of resignation letters, August 8th and 9th, and then August 12th. Tether sent Swan a notice informing them it would be replaced by Proton in the mining funding agreement. Interesting. Tether just went with the new company and kind of kicked them out. That's interesting. Tether would supposedly provide legal cover for the hostile takeover, according to the filing. Well, we all know Tether's worth over $100 billion. That's a pretty massive one. Swan initially launched a managed mining service for institutional investors through a partnership with Tether back in May of this year, with the aim to reach 100 exahashes of computing power by 2026. However, in July, Swan CEO Corey Clipston informed the community that its managed mining business would likely close, citing issues with sustaining sufficient revenue in the near term. The court filing suggested that around that time, Swan had been contemplating entirely offloading its Bitcoin mining business to Tether. Interesting, as outlined there in the lawsuit. Now, Cointelegraph allegedly reached out to Proton and Tether for comment, did not receive a response. Swan is seeking a permanent injunction against Proton to prevent it from further disrupting Swan's mining business. Clipston's firm is also asking the court to compel its former employees to return the stolen equipment and confidential material. Swan asked the court for a jury trial and for damages to be determined at the trial. Pretty freaking crazy. I was not expecting that on my bingo card. More drama in crypto. Go figure. Wowzers, sounds so exciting. I want a drone, but just for my own fun. Is one of you guys selling drones? My son put his Roth match into 50% Microstrategy, 50% FBTC, since they use Fidelity where he works. Thank goodness, because they are the only one not on Coinbase. And did you guys see Coinbase went down this morning as we crossed 66,000? Some things never change. Some things never change. Wowzer, Scoob. Exactly. That sounds like a better combo than most people make. I got my drone to a video of a damage of the property. Good idea. I would be so cool if you post some videos on X or the Discord, says Darth. I bought a nice camera drone and then developed cataracts. Now I can see what I directly look at. But good news, my operation dates are coming up, hopefully later this year. Go figure. Anyways, welcome everyone to the stream. We got 900 people here live and in the flesh. I know it's a late night stream today, is what it is. Just glad I can be here serving the masses. I got a free cheap ass drone from Temu. Nice. Drone for fun. Make sure you get the FPV drone. Right on. Now that we got some charge on the phone, let me check the comments over here. And again, welcome everyone. We're streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day. We don't really have any time to waste because we lose natural lighting around this time. So we're going to get right into it. I'm just going to take another sip of my spin drift. Every time Bitcoin makes big moves, coin go down. They're the cooler with nothing but paper BTC. Crazy, right? Let me check the X feed one more time before we dive into the feature story. And again, I'm reposting anyone who shares Watch Bitcoin News here. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And I just reposted you back, Encore link. So thank you. Or Encore link. Appreciate the repost. Just reposted two of you. Shout out RL Sweezy. He put let's go 70 G's. Just reposted your brother. Much appreciated. And you guys are going to notice again, if you're new to the stream, we stream each and every day. The X feed is live. There's over 600 people on X right now. We got a couple hundred people on the tube, and we're also streaming on Rumble. So we're streaming everywhere. And then we'll get into our live Q&A. Just want to check you guys, make sure we're good. We good? Cool. F Mark Cuban. Oh, thank you, Serge. FMC. F Mark Cuban. I'm with you on that. And Buck the Fed while we're at it. And Fire Gensler. FPV, first-person view goggles. Drones are illegal to fly outside Australia. How dumb is that? Nipsey's going to sleep facing the other way now. I will have to recalibrate my NIP signal detect. Yeah, he's disappointed because we're not getting enough likes. We've been stuck at 72,000 subs for 30 years now. And after 3 decades, Nipsey's had enough. I mean, he shows up every day for 30 years, and he just feels taken advantage of. But anyways, family, welcome everyone joining the stream. Now for our feature story of the day, $300,000 in play, according to this top analyst. So I want to break down his TA and how he gets to $300,000 Bitcoin price next year in 2025. As you can see here in the headline, top trader delivers epic Bitcoin price prediction, 300 G's. Yes, please. So we're talking about Gert van Lagen, well-known TA analyst, says there's a good chance Bitcoin will surge in price by over 472% next year. Hey, now, can't wait. And I just switch it up for you. You maybe can read better this way. So here we go. As the trader explains in his post, the major crypto, referring to Bitcoin, currently shows a step-like formation, a pattern which is characterized by a series of price consolidations followed by upwards movements, resembling steps in an ascending trend. Amid this formation, which looks a bit like a famous cup and handle bull pattern, and I shared with you the infamous weekly cup and handle pattern sitting at 124,000 earlier in the stream. Remember that. He spots an ascending broadening wedge at a potential pre-breakout stage. This technical pattern is worth paying attention to because it breaks to the upside 79% of the time, according to Van Lagen. And 67% of the time, it leads to a continuation of the prior trend. Let's go. So based on this analysis, the target price for Bitcoin set by the trader is an impressive 300,000 per coin, which is a 472% increase from the current levels. This price target shows how much potential there is for growth, which fits Van Lagen's optimistic view of the future of cryptocurrency. Now, as you know, today we conquered 66,000, which is a local high we haven't seen in quite some time. And also, I want to point out that we hit price discovery back in mid-March of this year. We hit 73.8, and that was for the first time in Bitcoin history. We entered a new all-time high pre-halving. Typically, it's always post-halving. However, we immediately corrected from there, and we went all the way down to more recently 49,000 a few weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, which is the new local bottom. I believe the bottom is in for the cycle. I do believe it's that target, and I do think we go onwards and upwards from here, considering we're only a few days away from October and Q4, and we do have some bullish targets in play, including the 125,000 cup and handle. But my personal prediction, I'll leave you with this. I believe we can potentially hit 125,000 this year. Fourth quarter, maybe November, maybe December, maybe October. I don't know, but I do think it'll be Q4. And then I think the following year, the cycle peak will hit, because history has shown us it's always the year preceding the halving, which is when we hit the all-time high. And again, even though we hit it pre-halving, it was barely any higher than the 69,000 previous all-time high we achieved back on November 10th of 2021. You guys remember that. So I think this year, 125, easy peasy target. I think in 2025, we hit the cycle peak, and I think that cycle peak can be anywhere from 222,000 as high as 750,000. I know that's a very wide range of $500,000 to play with, but that's my personal prediction. I've covered Plan B, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model. Recently, he shared a scenario where we hit $1 million next year in 2025. His personal prediction is 500,000 per coin between 2024 and 2028, which is right in alignment with my target as well. Because again, 222, 750, 500,000 is right dead in the middle. But you let me know your thoughts, family. Do you think we'll likely hit that six-figure target this year in 2024? And what do you think the cycle peak will be? And do you think the cycle peak will be next year, as history has always shown us? Or do you think we could potentially hit the cycle peak fourth quarter, right around the corner? Either way, let me know your thoughts, and I'm going to read your comments out loud. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. We're undervalued since Giovanni's power law says current fair value market is 93,000. DCA went under the power law value. Good point, Toasty Toast. Also, I like to throw out there, if you factor in inflation from the peak of price discovery we hit back in March of 73.8, with inflation, we need it to be up over 80,000. Calculating inflation into the new all-time high. Price discovery, that is. Positive dreams, brother. Respect. Those figures are life-changing. Hell yeah. Once we hit 250,000, I think we jumped to 350, completely skipping the 300. I hope you're right, brother. I hope you're right. Shout out RL Sweezy. 777 jackpot. Let's go. Let's go to the moon. Data. I'm with you on that, JV. It sounds big to people, but it's not that far percentage-wise. Exactly. Good point. Doing the math, a 2x from the current price discovery level of 73, 75, and 75 is 150. So close to 150,000. Just a 2x. A modest 2x. We've never only done a 2x in a cycle. You know what I mean? It can go 3, 4, 5, 9x. We don't know. And that's what things are getting exciting. Straight facts, JV. I think it is around 87. Thank you, Satwise. I have a little under 1 Bitcoin left. Should I travel? I would the world or get cheap apartment? Man, keep this in mind. Whatever Bitcoin you have right now is going to be way more difficult to reacquire in the future. So if you think traveling is more important than stacking sats post-halving 2024, 2025 bull cycle, that's on you. You know what I mean? 500 to 750 peak, because here's what might happen. Hypothetical. You spend all of your Bitcoin traveling, yay. Wife is happy. Everything is great. Then what happens? Bitcoin runs up to 300,000 next year, as my prediction on today's show has been discussing, and now you're incapable of buying back that one Bitcoin. And instead of one Bitcoin, you buy 0.001 Bitcoin, and that's all you can afford. And then you say, shucks, we could have had a whole Bitcoin, babe, but instead I decided to travel with you and the family. I don't think it was a great decision, but now we got to live with that. Hypothetical. So it's up to you guys. Don't spend that Bitcoin this year. I know, just wait a little bit. Maybe put off the travel a little. Spend it in 5 years, or better yet, borrow it tax-free. MSTR to 3,000. Word. Logarithmically, I like this word. Logarithmically. Word up. Hodl it, says Data. Hodl, control yo emotions, yo. Yeah, but, I mean, people got to do what you got to do. Some people are forced to sell their Bitcoin. They got to pay the mortgage. I understand. I just watched Sailor video giving away free ETH. Oh, no. Oh, no. I think he was just with the Hawktua girl. I saw a picture of them together, so she must have been on his podcast or vice versa, something like that. But here's what I'm going to do. We're going to continue uncensored style, so I'm going to end the YouTube stream. So, again, we're streaming on X, Rumble, and YouTube. We're going to continue uncensored for a little bit, but we're going to end the YouTube stream so I can speak freely, uncensored. So if you're on YouTube, I encourage you to visit rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Again, that's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Yeah. So YouTube stream should be ending any moment. We'll continue uncensored style. We can discuss